I'm Kamay Matharu. I'm with Tractel. I was the project manager on this LEO project. This project, when it got introduced to us, we were given the parameters that we had to work with. The idea of having this transporter was to cover the full tank surface and be able to reach from one end to the other. So we had to come up with a solution where we had to fit a transporter inside the envelope, above the tank, and make sure that it would be able to cover the full surface area of the tank. Unlike the standard gantries, we had to kind of design a gantry to kind of tailor fit inside this and make it even more presentable, workable and functionable. And so all those difficulties were brought up, and we had to kind of take one at a time and conquer one at a time. We had a team of engineers work on it with me. We had different ideas, we went back and forward with the ideas. Finally, the structure, the loading on the structure was also important, because the deflection was a huge item that we had to conquer. Deflection is what takes place when you apply load on a span. Another way of explaining deflection would be sag, because the deflection of the tank along with the deflection of the transporter brought a lot of difficulties. So we had to take that into account, and also the span of the transporter was very big. And due to the envelope, we could only use certain size members. We had to use smaller size members, and then we had to account for the deflection on that. So combination deflection was becoming an issue, and the deflection wasn't only in horizontal, but also sideways as well on the members. So we took everything in account when we designed this. There were some concerns when the platform actually came down, how close we could bring it to the plants to study the plants. And one of the items we had to add was the special sensors that would stop the platform within 6 inches of the plants. We did a lot of testing. Safeties were also the other issues. What would happen if this goes wrong? What would happen if this doesn't work? So we carried all the safeties through. We carried all the emergency procedures. We made sure every item was covered during the design. We believe, to our knowledge, we did as much as we could. We tried to cover, I believe we have 99.9% cover, but there's always an unknown issue that can occur. But however, I think we have to pay enough attention to this to cover all the items.